Hello, Laker fans. It's Tita Barber here, and welcome back to another episode of Baller Cuts. Today, we're gonna get into free agency. There's a lot of names being thrown out there through free agency, and we all know this is supposed to be a big summer for us during free agency. One main name that's being thrown around a lot is Paul George. We all hear it. We all hear the rumors, and we all know it. But let's get into what if Paul George does not sign with the Lakers. What are our options if Paul George doesn't sign with the Lakers? Well, our first option, and our very good first option, is Julius Randle. He is a homegrown product, meaning he already had a whole couple of seasons here with the Lakers of experience and a full year of experience with Coach Luke Walton, which we know, as you can see, Luke Walton have him in a system where Julius Randle thrived this year. He already built relationships with the players and with the staff. Everyone in the Laker organization and the players know his game, so that will make it easier for us to just re-sign our guy. It's more of a continuity instead of bringing in a whole new player and having to implement him into our system. You see how efficient Julius Randle was this year within the Luke Walton system. By the way, I love Luke Walton. A lot of people give him a lot of grief, but this is just his first year coaching. Anyways, we're going to get into him later on, but just say that I love Coach Luke Walton. Again, Julius Randle, he already knows all the plays. So another year under his belt with the Lakers, that's just going to improve his game throughout. Meaning he'll know exactly how to get his shots. He'll know how to run the offense. He'll know what his role is on this team. And as you can see, this year, he started out a little slow, but towards in the middle of the season, he was able to find his role within this team. And we all, as hard as we were on Julius Randle throughout his couple of years here with the Lakers for all of the things that he was deficient in, one thing we can't say about this season was he put in the work, and now we saw the fruits of the labor. And it'll be hard to let go of a guy like that just because he is a homegrown guy, and we put so much time, so many years, so many effort into Julius Randle. We saw where he came from. And now we're seeing that he has arrived. This season, he put the whole league on notice. He was dominating everybody. Almost everybody was guarding him. And who wouldn't want that type of person on their team? Especially on the Lakers. If we could just bully people down low, that's just another asset that we have. Everybody wants to hate on Julius Randle for what he's deficient in. But a lot of people don't want to give him credit for a lot of the things that he has improved on this season. He improved his ball handling skills. He improved his IQ. A lot of people still give him grief for a little mishap here, a little plays there, but true Laker fans know where Julius Randle came from. He was a guy that every time he had the ball in his hands, we had to cringe a little bit, like, okay, what is he going to do with it? Is he going to make a good play? But watching this year, I had fewer of those reactions. When I knew when he had the ball, I'm like, okay, he's going to give us a better possession, or he's able to facilitate. That's another thing that he incorporated into his arsenal this year was facilitation. He was finding his teammates all over the floor. And with his ball handling skills, oh my God. Like we said, Julius Randle is a beast. And I would not mind him re-signing here with the Lakers, knowing what he brings. And I just know that he's going to be putting on in the work again this offseason to come back even better. I know a lot of people want us to sign Paul George, but we can't. As Laker fans, we're used to having all the free agents or all the best players come to this team. But as we can see throughout the league, there's a new wave coming in of homegrown players staying with their team and becoming very good players for their team. And if Randle could just improve in little areas of his game, I see him becoming a very solid player for us. And I would not mind, like I said, I would not mind him bullying again for next season, be it if Paul George does not sign with us. Paul George has a lot of options out there. We're not the only team in the play for him. He has said in the past that he would want to play for the Lakers, but as if I was a general manager, I would not be sitting around just thinking, hoping that he does decide to choose us as a franchise. While we have a guy here that's been with us and that proved that he's willing to put in work, especially last offseason when Magic and Rob challenged him. He came back and proved that he's able to step up to that challenge, and I just see bigger things from him. Another great thing is Julius Randle is a beast on defense. He can switch 1 through 5. We all seen it. That was another challenge that Luke Walton presented to him, and he accepted that challenge every single time down. We knew when he switched onto a guard, he was either going to get a stop or a block. It was not a lot of times that a guard passed him up, and those are very good assets that we need because our identity of this Lakers is a defensive team. We need players that buy on into that end. I'm not saying that Paul George is not a good defensive player. He's a very good defensive player, but we all know offense comes first for him. It's offense and defense right after. I believe a lot of Laker fans have seen a shift in the Lakers franchise and the Lakers organization and within the players. We brought in players to add to what we already have, players that fit, and I wouldn't want anything to mess that up, especially right now where it looks like we really could build something for the long run. We don't want anyone that's just going to come in here for 1 year or potentially mess up our system and messed up what the players have already built. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen, but as of this moment right now, we don't know what we're going to get. And that's a very big risk for us to take at the moment, seeing that, you know, it could potentially set us back if something like that happens. We see how all the guys get along in this team right now. We see how they integrate other players that came in, which is a good thing. So I would say that part gives me a little bit of hope that if he does come to this team, that they'll able to incorporate him. But I wouldn't just bet my money on that. I feel like our very good option and our very possible option is signing Julius Randle back. I know he's going to want a lucrative deal, but if he does put in the work this summer and can prove that he deserves that deal and, you know, does stay up, keep up with his word and how much he said he's going to put into his game and his plan that he already has coming into this offseason to prepare him for next season, I have complete faith in him because he hasn't given us any reason within the past 2 years to think that he's going to regress or that he's not going to put in the effort just because he gets a good contract. Every national televised game that I watched with the Lakers, they all commented on Julius Randle, that he's a bully in this league. Who doesn't want a bully on their team? And like we already know, he's modeling his game after Draymond Green. And look how successful he is in Golden State by accepting a role and playing within the system. Julius Randle has already done that. All that's left for him right now is just to improve on his game, refine the little things that matters, and he could be a solid player for us. So that's why I feel like we'll be okay either way if he does come or if he doesn't come. But if he doesn't come, we have a very solid option in Julius Randle. The only way I see this affecting us negatively is pertaining to other free agents that are looking and that might consider the Lakers. It will be a bad look for us if we're not able to nab one free agent this summer, because that's been a recurring theme for the past couple of years, is that it's very hard for us to bring someone in here. But with Magic and Rob coming in, you know, that theme has shifted into people wanting to play for us. So we're going to see what happens this summer. If he can come and they can add him to the roster and he does fit in, that will be great. But if not, sign Julius Randle. And also, if we're not able to get 2 max guys, I'm still able. If we sign Paul George, I'll still be okay. If we sign Julius Randle, I feel like he still should be a second option behind Paul George. There are other agents in the league right now that could call LA their home, but we don't know how 2 max guys have played, and I really want to see how he performed in OKC, because even though they run a very different system than us, he is playing with 2 other good players, or a great player in Russell Westbrook. He's a dynamic player. But as you can see, they weren't able to put it together, and that's a part of personnel. So we all know it doesn't matter if you put big guys or big free agents like that together. It all depends on how they mesh and what kind of mentality they bring into the season. And if Paul George could just, if they do get him and he could come into the season with a mentality of he's just gonna try to come in, help our guys, help the franchise, and possibly add some more wins to our season, that would be great. I feel like we don't need anyone at this moment that's going to stand out too much, or that's going to be all about themselves and their numbers, because we have other guys on this team that still have a couple of years that needs to develop, and we don't want them to be developing with those kind of habits, thinking that they have to be the guy to always score a certain amount of points or get, a certain amount of numbers, because that type of player is not going to fit within our system. System is all about sharing the ball, sharing the play, and everybody gets to eat. Hopefully, Julius Randle has put in so much work. He's a favorite of mine. He earned my respect this year. He earned a lot of people's respect this year, and you can't give him nothing but praise for that. And that's a wrap on Julius Randle and free agency regarding Paul George. This is T the Barber with Baller Cuts. I'm out. I'll see you guys later.